Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And it's Friday Junior.
You're getting it, Sabrina.
I'm getting it. I was going to say it's Thursday Junior, but no, it's Friday Junior.
Driving to the show this morning, it felt like Friday.
Yeah.
I had to recalibrate my mind to set in on the fact that it's actually Thursday and not Friday.
Yeah.
But it's when you've had a long week.
Yeah.
Usually when I come on this set on Thursdays, it's because we've had a long week, not only ourselves, but our viewers. They've had a long week, and then you could almost see or hear everybody salivating, waiting for that Friday.
Waiting for that Friday. And also, at this current time, waiting for that payday to fall.
Oh, payday. The eagle.
Unfortunately, the eagle did not land on the expected date for most of
the government
public
workers,
service workers. Yeah. But of course, we're going to get into that more in our What's Buzzing segment. But just because, you know, we just started, we want to say good morning to you guys, wherever you are, locally or abroad, at home, getting your first cup of coffee, or like Paul, maybe his second this morning. I haven't had mine as yet. Nonetheless, whatever your morning routine is, or however you start your morning, right? We're happy that you started it right here with us.
It's always a pleasure to be on, to wake up with our viewers, to be on set and to bring this positive vibes, bring these types of positive conversations. I know our viewers, they are locked in. Those faithful ones are locked in every single morning, waiting to see myself and you, or to see our other co-hosts and our other hosts. And so we're thankful. We're always grateful for having faithful viewers tuning in every single morning to have these discussions with us.
Definitely, Paul. And I have to say, I completely agree with you. This is my first experience consistently being a part of the Open Your Eyes.
And you're doing a
family.
Great job.
And it feels, it's such a new experience for me, as I mentioned, but I really feel like being a part of it for such an extended period allows me to engage with not only the hosts more, but to also see how the viewers embrace this product, this part of the product that Channel 5 offers. So sometimes I go back and I read the comments and whatnot, and I tend to watch Open Your Eyes on YouTube instead of Facebook. And I know that there's this lady on YouTube that always comments, and she calls me out. I don't know who she is, but I know her name, or at least her YouTube name. And her name is Gladys Neal. And I want to say good morning to you, Miss Gladys. I believe she lives in Los Angeles, and she always, comments and says how the weather is like over there, and just she's engaging in the show
Miss
as
Gladys,
well.
man, that's my family, man. There
Really?
are people, Miss Neal. Yeah,
I'm
related to most Neals. So, Miss Gladys, good morning, darling.
Yes, good morning, Miss Gladys.
Hope you're having a wonderful morning. No make nothing stress you out this morning, Wake up. Enjoy yourself. Have a good day, Miss Gladys, and everybody.
Yes, all of our other viewers. Of course, I'm not able to remember everyone, but I want to say that we always appreciate when we see the engagement in the comments section. When you're a part of the conversation, whatever segment we're at, we love it, and we ask for you to continue, because you never know, we might read out one of your comments, and that might be a question that we ask too.
There you go.
Yeah.
But let's jump into some of what's buzzing this morning. And the first thing, of course, as you rightly mentioned earlier, is salaries for public servants. And this isn't we can't pay salaries conversation, or salaries being deducted by 10% or a 10% being reinstated type of conversation that we've had. It's simply that there seems to be a delay in the disbursement of salaries for public servants. And there's a lot of questions as to what's happening. And yesterday, there was a flurry of comments on social media, mainly from us public servants themselves, social media use. By the way, they're supposed to do work. What did they do for social media? They comment up so much. But yes, nonetheless, a lot of comments on social media, which shows me that a lot of believers, we really can't take nothing serious. Even in our hardships, we find a way to make laughs and
you
jokes
need to include
things.
yourself in that,
Who,
okay?
me?
Because Paul is a social media
Listen,
clown.
I am busy working, Sabrina. You
Working.
can't
So
accuse
Paul
me of
posted
any of
and said, you know, false alarm, guys. You won't have to borrow from your call center friends. Pay might come in a bit earlier. You are hilarious, Paul, on social media.
I was actually piggybacking on some of the comments from some social media users, because there was these comments that you guys can go to your call center friends because they don't get paid. There always seems to be this clash between call center workers and public servants, right? Like who they get paid more, who they live up the most lavish life, who that are resorts, who they eat the nicest food. And so yesterday that was a part of the conversation. Oh, I'm going to borrow from the call center friends because they've already gotten paid. But the heart of the matter is yesterday there were text messages began circulating like wildfire that public servants wouldn't be paid until the 19th of June. That's next week. Monday. Now, if you pay your last, Sabrina, and you to wait for that deposit, and you to check your bank account every hour upon the hour, because you know around their time, your pay is supposed to turn it in. And so you to check because you don't want to eat that last ramen. You know, you think about that steak dinner tonight, that nice lychee, that pepper wings. You think about all of that steak where you could eat, and you're like, man, soon 5 o'clock, no pay come in, and then this text message comes in that says that there's a transition taking place with Central Bank, and that they're now linking up their online system with the credit unions across the country, and that as a result of that, you won't be paid until June 19th, but that when you get paid, even for credit union users, members, that you'll be able to get your money directly through an online platform. And that message began to spread and people began talking. Like, man, we pay. Man, we need this money.
I mean, it was technically good news because it offers an update and an added feature for credit union users as well as regular bank users. So it's an update to their system, but nonetheless, it's a delay in pay. So people aren't worrying about the advancements that are making. They're worrying about the fact that I don't have pay for the weekend as well. Now, remember, it's not only Friday, it's Saturday and Sunday. So we're talking our Saturday steak dinner, as you mentioned, and with Sunday dinner too, which probably was budgeted in the pay.
And again, a lot of public servants are young. Are young people like yourself and myself who have these social lives. They go out, they socialize on weekends, and a lot of them budget a percentage of their salary to socialize. And so when they don't have that, well, there's a problem, and so you have to go to somebody for say, give me a payday loan, and that's where the call center friends come in. But a circular was issued yesterday because we got to understand that it wasn't necessarily an issue pertaining to the transition with Central Bank and Credit Union, but that it was more a concern where the Smart Stream is concerned. It was more a matter of the Smart Stream system not functioning the way it was supposed to function. So inconvenient at a time like that for the system to go down and not operate the way it's supposed to operate when thousands of public servants are looking out for their pay. So that's the information we gathered, and that was about yesterday afternoon around 2 p.m. And about an hour later, we received another update saying that individual personnel from CITO, personnel from the Ministry of Public Service, basically a whole team was assembled to try and resolve the issue.
Everybody want their pay.
Well, of course, it's one thing to have people working hard, and I think the Ministry of Public Service understand that we dare people to work hard, and we can't delay upon their pay. And so I believe that they got the issue resolved because circular was issued to all public servants. I'm not a public servant, but I got access to the circular, and it's basically said that the issue, explained what the issue is, and basically quelled some fears and concerns, and said that pay will be distributed today, June 15th. You know what? That's not too bad. Because June 15th,
that's exactly the 15th ending.
You know, public servants are so used to, are so accustomed to getting their pay like 3 or 4 days sometimes,
before, yeah.
even a week in some cases before. And so you get accustomed to that culture and that practice. So when it's coming closer to June 15th or the 15th and you haven't gotten your pay, then there's cause for concern.
Yeah.
But it's the 15th. So take a sigh of a breath of relief and know that you'll get
False
your
alarm,
pay
guys.
on the 15th.
False alarm.
Yeah.
The eagle indeed will land today.
It was just hovering a bit over us.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm happy for, of course, the public service workers. As you mentioned, they do work hard, and we all deserve our pay. We work, we put in the work, especially since it's a weekend as well, Paul. You want to be able to have your extra cash to either buy groceries, if you're into social gatherings, you know, have your budgeted money for your social activities. But not only that, Paul, for Father's Day.
Yeah.
You know, Father's Day is coming up, and you have to have your pay fee at least.
Well, you know, some people may probably, they say, yes, Father's Day, they come and I don't get paid. That means I have one perfect excuse this weekend not for buy a Father's Day gift. Father's Day, Sabrina, what can we say?
We can say that the dads feel like they're Sal.
It's
Paul.
the most, you know how Christmas is the most wonderful time. This is the most forgetting time, if that's even a way to say it. A lot of people laugh and make jokes about Father's Day and how it's more, people forget it more than they do Mother's Day. There's always this competition between Father's Day and Mother's Day. Who gets the most gifts, you know. We have an entire month.
Or if they even get a gift.
Or if they get a gift, we have an entire month for Mother's Day, because then it's also Women's Month. You have spa treatments being given out. You have vacations being bought. I mean, the full works. And then on Father's Day, where you get socks, briefs, boxers, toothbrush, because they're not change your toothbrush for a few months. These are the things that happen. I'm not a father, and I know a few fathers, and they share the same sentiments.
Yeah,
it's like,
Paul, it seems like it's a universal, it's a universal feeling. And just to prove that, we're going to show you what one dad has been saying on social media as it relates to, you know, the feeling of Father's Day. It doesn't really feel like the day is coming up. Well, and as you mentioned, when it's Mother's Day, we have an entire month where we celebrate women, of course, deserving.
Yeah, of course.
But on Father's Day, these are the sentiments of one dad, and we're going to post them up for you just so you can see. One dad feels like, for instance, on Mother's Day, you get 10% added to your pay. But on Father's Day, you get the memo from the government
saying that your pay is delayed.
Where your pay is delayed. Of course, other instances are on Mother's Day, you get all these pampering and treatment, and on Father's Day, you get a sock. You get like a soda. Just like really like,
on Mother's Day, a lot of stores have huge discounts. And then on Father's Day, it's like, due to inflation, we have to increase our prices by 10%. It's quite unfortunate. But you know what? I have to. So this is one example. It's like, wow, okay, just change Father's Day to Kunomono Observance Day. Because that they take me for Kunomono. And this is a Father's Day.
Paul, we have
quite
Canada
accurate.
Dry, a Dove deodorant that is actually
for women.
A bottle of barbecue sauce.
Wow, bad man.
Bad man.
Not the bad man.
2 mangoes, a tennis ball, and it looks like one single dirty sock. It doesn't even look like a pair. that sock right there look well and grungy.
But isn't it accurate, though?
I don't know if it's completely accurate, Paul, but maybe metaphorically accurate. It kind of is.
Because oftentimes, even for Father's Day, some women or some kids might throw in gifts that includes them. So
like
yes,
deodorant.
right. So we're gonna go on we're gonna send you out on this day. But guess what? We're coming along as well.
But you wouldn't want your partner to be celebrating you alongside you, Paul?
When the mothers get their spa day, the fathers have to go and look after the kids. Uno mommy, uno go look after the kids and give the dad his day. I don't know what tavern or wherever.
Fair. But we also want to show others, as we mentioned, and I didn't say the last one on purpose because I thought it was hilarious. Okay. But the second one is definitely, as I mentioned, where on Mother's Day, moms get the 10% added to their pay. But on Father's Day, we get the memo from government that your pay is delayed and it's gonna fall on a Monday, so you technically don't have cash to even celebrate Father's Day during the weekend, which is the third Sunday in June. But I mean, Paul, I want to ask you. You're not a dad, but maybe you can speak for the men. How would you like to be celebrated as a father?
How I would like to be celebrated. That's a great question. I think it's one of the ways would be to have my kids around me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and to be able to engage in an activity where we're all involved. So whether it's going to a sporting event, taking time out, in fact, out of a busy schedule to go to a sporting event that we could all enjoy, or whether it's going to a water park, for example, that we could all enjoy, or even if I have sons and daughters, playing a sport somewhere other than home or where we're located, that we could all enjoy. That's for me something I wouldn't mind doing for a Father's Day. As much as I make gripes about being alone and stuff like that, I think that would be the ideal Father's Day celebration.
You know, I'll use this opportunity to ask our fathers that are viewing. Write in the comments, what do you think would be a great Father's gift to you guys? How would you like to be celebrated? Is it you want to just spend a day with the boys and drink and barbecue? Do you want them to barbecue for you and you not be behind the grill? Would you like a care package that includes, you know, 2 mangoes, a barbecue sauce? What would you like for Father's Day? We still have time to get it right because it's a Thursday and Father's Day lands on a Sunday. So we have Friday and Saturday to get it right for you. So let us know, give us ideas on what you would like for Father's Day. But aside from that, Paul, of course, we are going to, just in case we're not able to get the actual footage up. So Andrew Pitts, he's a really great dad, and he always posts about his daughter. But he said, and this was the one that we didn't get to post, that he's almost certain that Current going on Father's Day.
BL don't got it scheduled, so BL.
Yeah, he's almost certain that Current going on Father's Day, and I'm hoping that it does not happen.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a really hot day.
Yeah.
But that was really funny. And I'm hoping that all the dads get to celebrate, and even the stand-in fathers as well. Not only the ones that have biological children, the ones that are stand-in fathers, stepfathers, or are just mentors to people. And
we'll end this conversation on that note because I wish I had brought up the video, but there's a video circulating from right here in Belize where this young lady, she graduated from high school, and when she got back home, her stepfather was waiting for her on the porch, and she ran to him and gave him this big hug, and he in turn gave her this big hug, and she began to cry on his shoulders, and she wrote an entire post about, this is the dad that I've known all my life. He stepped in when my father was absent, and he has taken me through this journey, and he's so proud of me, and I love him so much. And you could have seen the bond and the connection, and it was such a feel-good moment. And so like you say, there's those fathers who've stepped in and who've stepped up in those situations. And so we do want to say happy Father's Day to all our dads out there. And while we make jokes here and there, we do hope you have a wonderful weekend. You know, you're not getting month, but at least enjoy for Saturday or Sunday, enjoy the weekend.
And I'll tell you guys this much. We will be celebrating dads tomorrow.
Yeah.
Of course, we had a special Mother's Day Open Your Eyes segment last month in May. But we're going to have one for dads too, and it's going to be one you don't want to miss. So definitely tune into that tomorrow. But we're going to move things over to the weather report. And as we mentioned, Paul, we had some really good weather this morning. I feel like it's not too hot. It's of course not chilly, but it's still not too hot. I really hope we get some rain today. When I left home this morning, it looked a little bit like it was like it was promising something, but I'm not too sure. Of course, we're going to get some accurate and more information from the National Meteorological Service. We did get promised a lot more heat. Of course, we do know that it's an El Nino year, which means that we're going to be experiencing heat waves, and that's promised to extend all the way through to November. But we have the National Meteorological Service with us on the line, and it's forecaster Wellington. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing good,
We're
thank
good.
you.
And yourself?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
All right. So, what can we expect as it relates to the general situation today?
Okay, guys, it's going to be another warm day and mostly dry. So we'll see lots of sunshine today, partly cloud skies tonight, and showers or thunderstorms will be isolated. And we'll be seeing this more in inland areas over the Maya Mountains.
Okay. All right. So those light showers are expected inland and in the Maya Mountains. In that case, do we have any advisories or warnings?
Yes, because we'll see winds out of the east blowing at 10 to 20 knots with occasional higher gusts. And this will produce moderate to rough seas. We're seeing waves 5 to 7 feet. So we have a small craft caution in effect.
Okay, so when we're talking temperatures today, you did say it's going to be warm. What can we expect?
Right. So along the coast this afternoon, peaking at 88 Fahrenheit, the Maya Mountains 84, and inland 96.
Okay, not too bad. And the lows?
Okay, for tonight, it's on the warm side also, 82 along the coast, 74 inland, 70 up in the Maya Mountains.
We love seeing those number sevens.
Yeah.
Do you guys have an extended forecast through to the weekend?
Right. So for Friday and Friday night, we'll be seeing isolated showers or thunderstorms again. And then Friday night, we'll see slightly more over the southern districts.
Okay, I noticed that we have on Sunday, I'm really looking for something positive for the fathers on Sunday, and it looks like it's going to be in the 80s, which isn't too bad. Do you guys have any idea if we're expecting some rain on Sunday?
On Sunday, okay, I will get that to you in a little while. So on Sunday, we will be seeing, let me just bring that
Looks
up
like
to you. Okay, for Sunday, again, we'll be seeing isolated showers or thunderstorms. There should be another bright sunny day. And nighttime, a few over the south again.
All right, so pretty general weather as the same today. So we're hoping that Father's Day will be well celebrated as it pertains to the weather. We want to say thank you so much for the information, and we look forward to a great day. I hope you have a great one too.
You too. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that was the weather report from the National Meteorological Service, and as they mentioned, today's going to be a little bit warm. There may be some isolated showers inland and in the higher elevations of the mountain Pine Ridge. Now we're going to move things over to the eye opener, and of course it's taken from dailyom.com, and it goes like this. Being in situations that we might not choose allows us to see ourselves in a new light. When the family events approach, you may be preparing yourself to gather with family members you don't usually spend time visiting. You may even feel that you are choosing to meet more from a sense of obligation than celebration. But when we trust that the universe always places us exactly where we need to be, we know that we have been placed in our families for some higher purpose. Your spirit may have chosen that particular group of souls to help you learn certain lessons, or to give you the experiences necessary to overcome specific challenges. And when we feel we've moved away from situations that don't resemble us or the life we choose to live, it can seem frustrating to put ourselves back into an old scenario. But even a sense of obligation is a sign that you are still connected to the energy of your family. And for that alone, it is worth investing yourself into making the most of any gathering. Being in situations that we might not choose for ourselves allows us to see ourselves in a new light. The contrast helps us to see our own strengths and weaknesses and to learn to accept others for theirs. Part of the magic of family is the way in which it bonds diverse people together, allowing them to function as a complete unit. Who we are today has built upon our past. If nothing else, rejoining with the family and friends who knew us in our earlier days allows us to recall where we came from so that we can appreciate all that we've been given.
This is a very specific eye-opener. It speaks directly to families and family situation, and it speaks directly to people who may be on the edge when a family event is coming up and you don't feel certain about what it will be like because you haven't connected for some time and you've moved past connecting with these family members and it's the old life. But I like how this eye-opener comforts that individual and say, hey, the universe, one, puts you right exactly where you need to be, and it's a good time for reflection and reconnection. So whosoever you are out there that has this huge family gathering coming up and you may be a bit nervous or anxious about it, know that it's a good time for reflection.
Yeah, I mean, I think it made me appreciate my own family. Because the thing is, Paul, you don't get to choose your family members. And a lot of times, your family members, you don't like them all.
Yeah.
You know, some of them aren't the people that you choose as friends, but unfortunately, they're your cousins. And, you know, all of a sudden, you're like, well, I guess I have to tolerate you because we're related. Yeah. But no, I mean, I think that the uniqueness of having family members that you wouldn't necessarily choose is that it shapes you to be, you know, a certain way as well. You might have that family member that's just way too blunt and really not care about your feelings, but you end up getting a thick skin because of that cousin that just has no filter. Or you have maybe just other family members that are really comforting. And I will say, I believe that life has a way of allowing you to have balance. So even if you might not have the best family dynamic, you might have an amazing support group in friends, or maybe in further cousins. The way Belize set up Paul, I think we're all related.
All related. Me and you might be cousins.
We might be cousins, but I think the overall message of this eye-opener, for me at least, was that the family that you have shapes you to be who you will be. And when you gather with your family, especially if it's people that you grew up with and you maybe weren't able to see them in a long time, it really allows you to appreciate your past, appreciate how those people shaped you to be who you are. Because even if we don't want to admit it, they did shape us. Yeah, you know, whatever you experience as a child, it shapes you into adulthood. Yeah. So I have so many family members that I am so thankful for how they shaped me. I always mention this, but I grew up and I still live around primarily women. So my aunts, my cousins, my mom, they were the ones that raised me. Yeah. And I always tell them, man, I'm really lucky to have you guys. Of course, I always slip into, you're really lucky to have me. But, but I think, you know, it's just appreciating, even if it's hard, appreciating what you were given. Yeah. And choosing to learn whatever lesson they teach you along the way. But yeah, that's what I took from the eye-opener this morning. We're going to move on, though, to our show lineup this morning. And we have 3 great conversations, and we always say it's great because it is. Now, our first conversation, we will be joined by representatives from BTech to talk to us about the steps and tips in landing that job. If you're looking to apply for a job, you might want to stay tuned to this segment first.
And then in our second conversation, we're going to have representative from Benny's to talk about their annual Father's Day promotions and events. So if nobody have father's backs for Father's Day, Benny's always have their backs.
Okay, so you can get some ideas in our second segment then. But of course, in our last segment, we'll be joined by Carlos Perote and his students to talk to us about the Carlos Perote Music Camp. That's a great conversation. I'm looking forward to that. Well, we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, it's all about landing that first job, the tips and tricks that you can get from BTech. Don't go away.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
Come on! When hungry or craving, when laughter or tears, enjoy the best snacking or flavors are here. Asadas, bocadas, chiladas, doradas, delicious for snacking, done right and done here. Done right, done here.
My name is Wilmer De La Rosa from Santa Elena Town. I am currently a student at Cayo, set for employment training. Enrolled in the electrical installation program. In late July 2021, I got a confirmation that I was a successful applicant and would be granted a scholarship from Social Security Board. It was one of the proudest moments for me. I felt very excited to start this new path in my life. So far on my journey as a Social Security Board scholar, my vocational technical scholarship has assisted me in achieving my life goals in so many ways. For one, it has renewed sense of purpose, another chance at professional development, and a start at a new career. This opportunity has paved the way for me to excel in life as an individual and as a member of society. Great things are coming after I graduate from SET. I can promise you that. Applying for a vocational technical scholarship through the Social Security Board is simple and easy. I would advise young people in need to apply. It is possible to create a fulfilling and fruitful life with a Social Security scholarship. Believe in yourself and your abilities and skills. I always say the key is to always keep an open mind and let your determination be your motivation.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
Welcome back. We are having our first conversation of the morning, and as we promised, it's all about how to land that job. And we have some experts here with us to show us or explain to us exactly how to do that. We are joined by Angelita Stain Henderson, and she's the Training and Facilitation Coordinator at BTEC, the Belize Training and Employment Center. Good morning. And we're also joined by Sarita Bajerano, the manager over at BTEC. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us this morning.
Yes, it's our pleasure.
Yes. So let's get things started. Perhaps we should start with BTEC's role. We know that it's one of the core units of Bell Trade, but we can use this opportunity to really dissect what BTEC focuses on.
Yes, I strongly agree on that. First of all, thanks for having us this morning. We really appreciate coming over to share the services that we offer at BTEC in particularly. As I was sharing with you before we start on, BTEC stands for the Belize Training and Employment Center, which is one of the 4 technical units at Bell Trade. So we are located at the IT Vet compound, which is right in Belize City, here on the Freetown Road. What BTEC does is that we focus on improving employability skills. And how do we do that? Is that we offer trainings, in particularly job preparedness trainings and also capacity building trainings. When it comes to the job preparedness training, these are to prepare individuals to enter the particular labor force. We work with industries and those needs that are on demand by different industries to cater to those needs in the industry. In particularly, we work with several different sectors such as the business process outsourcing, the service industry, the hospitality industry, providing these trainings so that individuals who are seeking employment can venture off in there.
Okay.
In addition to that, we offer the capacity building trainings. As I mentioned, these are to improve the skills of those that are already employed. So already in a job, wanting to continue excel and may need some skills, for example, in project management, for example, in monitoring and evaluation or team building. So we specialize in employability skills in a nutshell.
Okay.
Also, how does it work with the job training or landing the job? How does it work with the BPOs and the hospitality sector? Is there sort of a partnership where they send individuals to be prepared to land a job, or is it that individuals know that you guys offer this service so they come to you for guidance and training before they go and do their interviews?
It's a twofold situation. We're known for offering that advising and that coaching when it comes to career management. So our services are generally open and free of cost.
Oh, really?
So let's say you have someone that you know is seeking employment. You are free to refer them over to us. We can look at what programs we have coming up and have them enroll in this program in particularly, and then we can go from there. We also help them through the process of registration if you're registering for the training, and also we ensure that at the end of the training your resume and your interview skills are brushed up and refreshed to enter the labor force.
So what's the demand like for this type of service?
The demand is there. We have on a daily basis individuals calling the office. Oh, wow. We partner a lot with also schools and high schools, particularly high schools and sixth forms, because we've noticed that on a yearly basis we have 400 individuals graduating from one school. Now, how much percent of those 400 are going to continue education, and what percentage of that is entering the labor force? So we try to work with them at that level to ensure that they can gain meaningful employment.
And you know, this conversation is timely because we're actually in the graduation season, where we're seeing graduates from junior colleges as well as high school. So, Angelita, you are the training and facilitation coordinator over at BTech. So I imagine that you would be one of the people that these persons would reach out to and have actual training from. Let's talk about a person that decides they want to get a job. What are the first steps that would be taken if they go over at BTech?
Okay, so the first thing would be, like Ms. Sarita mentioned, is that you have to do the registration process. And after the registration process, you do a pre-test to see, it's not necessarily to see if you will enter the training, but it's just to see where you're at, so that we're able to tweak our material, because we do that every single time for every single training, to see where the participants are, so that we're able to tweak our material for us to deliver and help them to understand it on their level. So after you pass the pre-test, then you go into the phase of coming in, and our job preparedness trainings are about 2 to 3 weeks long. So for the first week, they will go into the soft skills. They're going to learn life skills basically. So communication, team building, positive attitude, because what I do find with a lot of graduates, they're new and they're fresh to the labor force. So when they get in, they're shocked at how they need to interact with people, or what happens when you go into the labor force.
Be professional, have a work ethic. All of a sudden they're like, we're not in high school anymore.
Exactly, right? So they get the technical skills when they're at school, but we give them a more holistic view of what it takes to get a job and to keep a job. So like I was mentioning, you do the first week soft skills, the second we go into customer service, and yes, we're preparing you for the different industries, but what I do like about our training is that we provide skills that you can take anywhere, whatever industry that you want to go into. So customer service is something that can be used in whatever industry. And then the third week, we go into the technical skills. So if you're in the BPO industry, then you can look forward to doing call simulations. We do quizzes or tests on your documentation accuracy and typing skills. These are things that you would look forward to within the length of the training.
You guys would have had to adapt to the boom of BPOs, because this wasn't something popular I like 5-6 years ago, or almost a decade ago. But I remember in high school when I graduated, we had this mock interview that we had to do upon graduation. The thing is though, that was very surface level. So it was dress well and speak well. Those two things. And looking back, it was very nerve-wracking. Like, man, I don't know how well I'll do. And all you have to do really is dress well. They'll ask you a few questions. You answer the questions in proper English, and you pass. But then I got into the work field, and it was like, that didn't prepare me for any of this. Yes, I dress well and I could communicate well, but when situations get hard, that mock interview did not prepare me for any of it. And so I'm glad to hear that here there's a service that actually prepares you holistically, like you say. So let's get right into some of the tips that we can offer, even our high school students for a start that are graduating, how to land that job. What's one of the first things that we must consider?
I would definitely say the first tip for me is to enroll in one of our job preparedness trainings.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Right, because we do
Yeah.
give that holistic view, but the first thing I would say for them to land that job is to assess their skill set, just so that they know where exactly or what industry they'd like to go into. So that's one route to look at it. Or also, two, to see the industries that are actually hiring. And we've done the job for them. And one of those skills, or one of those industries, sorry, is the BPO industry. It's like one of the #1 employers in Belize, which is why we like to push our BPO job preparedness trainings, because that's an industry that you're going to readily, if you have the skill set, you're prepared, you can go into it with ease, right? If you put in the effort. So yes, assess your skill set, know which industry you want to go into, and then prepare yourself. Yes, you need to look nice. Yes, you need to be able to speak well or communicate well, but make sure that your resume is well. It's interesting to me that people graduate from high school or even sixth form and they don't necessarily even know how to create a resume.
Is it true though? Yeah.
Right? And there's so many templates online that you could go on to learn how to create a resume. And we at BTech, we help you in that process. We go through it. So like you mentioned, it's just very surface level when you're in high school or sixth form. But when you come to our training, we go into detail. There's an actual 1.5 session that goes into detail on how to create your resume, how to make a cover letter, and then we go through the top 10 interview skills. So it's not just about telling you, okay, look nice and go up there and you speak, but we go through it painstakingly and we teach you, okay, this is what the interviewer is looking for when they're asking you this question, and this is how you answer it. So we go through it step by step with our participants.
You say top 10 interview skills, and I'll ask you a bit more about that.
Questions, I mean.
Interview questions. I'll ask you a bit more about that right now, but going back to assessing your skill set, how do you deal with situations where somebody might come and say, I don't think I have any skills, or I don't know
That's
that
always the case.
I have any skills. So how does somebody explore that for themselves or along with you?
Or like I mentioned, we go through it with them step by step. And we make it fun for our participants, right? We do have a worksheet, but we have this really fun one where it's an animal personality quiz for them to figure out what type of personality they do have. So whether you're a lion, you're a beaver, you're an otter, or you're a golden retriever, and based on the type of personality you do have, it gives you what are your skills, it gives you what are your limitations, because these are all things that you're going to be asked in an interview, right?
And that you also need to add to your resume.
Yes,
Definitely.
right? So that little quiz, although it's fun and it's interactive for them, then they're able to start. They're going to have a foundation to start their resume, to building their skills.
So what are some of the questions that go back to that now? What are some of the questions that we can expect from interviewers? What can we anticipate them asking?
So the first one would be, tell me about yourself. That's something that's very straightforward.
Yeah, but that's kind of challenging for some people.
Yeah, because if you ask me to tell me if you ask me to tell me about myself, I could take that anywhere.
I wake up at 6 in the morning.
I recommend when they ask about tell me about yourself, it has to be a balance, because in particularly the employer wants to identify some of your soft skills that can complement the employment and some of your technical skills. So for example, when someone asks you tell me about yourself, you start off by telling them, for example, my name is Sarita, I enjoy reading books on my free time, volunteering at community services, I have a master's degree in XYZ, and then you venture off. So you try to do a balanced response with 50% some of maybe your hobbies, your best interests, and then 50% of what they're looking for, because in particularly they want to see how you're complementing that particular job placement or organization. It's very important that that question is always the first one that gets thrown, and that's the one that interviewees get really puzzled on, like
they get thrown off.
Yeah, of
yes,
course. What
like,
do I say about? There's so much things. I'm 25 years old and I have 25 years of life experience. How do I sum that up in 2 or 3 minutes?
So one of the things I wanted to ask to add on to Paul's question is, in interviews they typically ask you about your strengths and your weaknesses. How do you explain what your weaknesses are?
I think that's a good question because it gets asked so many times. Okay. Look at your weaknesses that can be opportunities as well. Because, for example, one of my weaknesses could be that I could never say no to anything. You know, Angie comes to me or any other teammate comes to me, Sarita, can you help me with doing a report, or can you help me providing content? I will say no. I can't say no because I'm this caregiving person, or I'm this team player that is constantly willing to help others. So that can be a weakness that is a strength at the same time. So interviewers will be, ooh, I can count on this person so much. So look at angles that you can have a weakness can be converted into a strength in an organization.
So don't say, well, I don't like wake up earlier.
No.
You know, my weakness is I tend to be late for everything.
Or I clock off at 4 o'clock even though work finishes at 5.
Or I have a hot mouth. You tell me something, I have something right back to tell you. So those are things that you don't mention. So basically you're saying that your weakness should be a weakness for you, but it should still have an undertone of a strength for the business.
Exactly.
All right.
That is key. Essentially that.
Okay. So those are 2 questions. Tell me a bit about yourself. What are some of your weaknesses and strengths? Is there any other question that may regularly pop up?
I want to tap in this one because I think it's so important. When you're applying for a job, get to know the organization or the vacancy you're applying for. I have had the opportunity to sit in interviews and interview individuals that didn't do their research on what the organization is about.
So they know nothing about the company.
They're just here to try to get hired.
Yes. You know, and that's a selling point. If I'm an interviewer and I ask you, I'm asking you questions around the organization and you cannot answer, it shows that you did not prepare, you're not serious about this employment, and clearly you're not passionate. So document yourself about it. If you're applying for, let's say, a vacancy here, you know, take a look at what's the mission, what are you involved, what are some of the core values, what are things that you're offering, so that when you're prompt a question in that angle, you can also complement with giving examples of what your schedule is, what are some of the topics you discuss. So it's important that you do your research on the organization or entity.
So basic knowledge of the organization.
Yes. Yeah.
So the big question, right? At what point in the interview do you ask how much you know pay?
I know you were that's the question that most of our participants do as they're eager to figure out, okay, when am I going to get paid? How much am I going to get paid, right? And usually you want to wait for the HR manager to ask you that question. You shouldn't just go in directly, how much am I going to get paid? Because it leaves a bad impression on the HR or the hiring manager.
That you're just trying to get hired.
You're just trying to get hired, and it goes back to exactly what Ms. Sarita was mentioning, that you want to get to know your organization. You don't want to leave the mindset with the HR manager that you're just looking for a job. You don't care which job you get, but you're just looking for one. So when it comes to the pay, you want to wait for them to bring it up. And when they do bring it up, you kind of want to put it back in their hands and ask them, okay, based on my skill set and what the industry pays, what would you pay me for this role?
Interesting.
And if they're pushing for you to give them a number, that's where it goes back to you doing your research.
Okay.
For
so
you
you
to
should
figure
know.
out. You should know. You should do your research before at your level, especially if you're entry level. And a lot of people are going into, well, if you're interested in an industry, you want to do your research to figure out people going into this industry at my level, how much do they get paid? So when they ask you that question, you're able to answer. Because if you don't do your research and you lowball yourself, guess what? Most of them will take it.
Yeah.
Right? If you say you want to get $500 per month, for example, they're going to be like, oh, this person only wants $500. Okay, I'm going to give it to them. And then if you go above that threshold that they're willing to pay you, then you're too expensive for them, right? So you need to be able to do your research, but wait for them to ask you the question rather than you bringing it up.
You know, another common question that you get asked in interviews is, do you have any questions? So what do you say if you have a question, or do you just say, no, I have nothing?
Yes, I think it complements the interviewee if they have a question to ask. For example, one of the questions that you can ask is, what is a day-to-day dynamics in this particular organization? What are some of the, I'm just giving example based on what we do. For example, how are the teammates? What's the environment that it's like? What will I do on my first week if I get hired? You know, what is it that I need to document myself? So you ask questions probing the job scope that you're looking at. So I would always recommend to have one question down the sleeve so that the interviewer can say that this person is someone who there's a communication two side. He's interested or she's interested, and they're also, we are interested in them as well. So always ask those questions, even if it's a 1-2 questions, just to get that reinforcement on your persona to them.
Is there a time period for you to follow up with the company after the interview is done? You know, you sit at home and you're like, I'm not getting any calls, I'm not getting any texts, I'm not hearing anything, but I don't want the company to feel like I'm pressuring them to hire me. I don't want to come off as that, but I need to know how does an individual approach it at that point? Is there any tip or advice?
That's a very tricky one. What I would do in that situation is I would send a thank you message or a thank you email to them, and then at that point is simply just a waiting game. You don't want to come off as too eager for the job, because you could come off as being what's the word? You're as desperate. And you don't want, and a lot of us feel desperate for the job. That's how we feel, but we can't let it show, because people don't want people in their organization who breathe that energy of desperation, right? So while you are on the inside waiting and wanting to hear a feedback, I feel like you just have to lay low and wait. It will come when it's supposed to come. Be patient.
So you've done the interview, and I know we could ask many more questions. You've landed the job. It's your first week or your first month. What are some of the important things we must keep in mind now that we've gotten the job? Some of the impressions that we must make, some of the actions that we must take when we're on the job. I mean, I think a lot of people perhaps gets the job and then gets complacent and
gets comfortable.
Gets very comfortable. All right, I got it now. At 11:30, I will take my lunch and I'm going to 1 o'clock because this pay is set. So what are some of the things?
I think that's a very good question, because sometimes we get too complacent, like what you said, but normally as you get higher, organizations have a probation period, which is important to bear in mind.
Like BPOs.
Yes. So let's say, for example, at Beltrade, we have a 3-month probation. So it's depending on the organization and their policies. First of all, document yourself on that. What's my probation period? If it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Based on that, you want to be able to create a schedule. My thing is always going through a schedule and an agenda to create great impressions, and plan yourself in advance. One, interact with your colleagues, get to know what's their stance on the organization in regards to also your particular position. Interact with them. I mean, if you're a new person in the job, it's important that you come in with an open mindset to grasp information from them, because you don't always know everything. And if you have, let's say, coworkers that have 10, 15 years of experience, it's a good opportunity to also communicate, listen to their tips in regards to the particular role, and also display all the etiquette that is necessary. For example, being punctual, respecting time, deadlines, creating that that image for yourself, because at the end of the day, it's you representing yourself in this particular organization. So trying to maintain an image for yourself, and remember what they say, the first impression is the one that lasts.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you come in from the onset on the first week of your job and you're already strolling in late, you're already, you know, leaving, you're already sucking teeth, not wanting to do a particular deliverable, it's already creating an image for yourself.
Yeah.
I hear you telling me make friends. Like,
not really friends.
Not really friends.
Make
Okay.
acquaintances.
Yes.
Try to learn from people. Well, we definitely appreciate the information. I'm hoping that whoever was listening that's about to get a job interview today uses the information, and of course, if they'd like in-depth information, they can visit you guys over at the IT Vet here in Belize City. You guys have an office there.
Yes.
Is there anyone specifically we should ask for, or do you guys have a number that we can contact you guys by?
Yes, our number is 2800322. Right? And then you can always email us as well, btec@belizeinvest.org.bz. We also have our training calendar that's out. You can visit our Bell Trade social media page where the calendar is on it to take advantage of those free trainings coming up. Our next training in Belize City is regarding a job preparedness training for the business process outsourcing. That is in July, the second week, and that will go for 2 weeks. And of course, that's a great way to get your skills boosted, and also to get linked or referred to a particular job placement.
I think Sab, this information is excellent.
Yeah.
It's really helpful, and I could see where it will impact young people, just anybody looking to up their skills before entering the work field, or even building their capacity. So congratulations on a well done job.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
All
All
right.
right. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by representatives of Benny's to talk about their promotions. Don't go away.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
With eCash, bill payment is extremely convenient, and all utility companies accept eCash payments. What's even better, you get to split bills with your roommates, siblings, or whoever you desire. Simply open your eCash app, go to Bill Pay, tap the respective utility company, enter the information, and pay the bill. Then tap the transaction made. Tap Split the bill. Select Evenly. Send the request to who you are splitting the bill with, and get notified when they pay. Talk about making life easy and avoiding confusion. You can split the bill for restaurants, grocery stores, and for any eCash payment you make. To find your next yummy meal, hair treatment, or chill spot, simply open the app and utilize the geolocation service to see nearby businesses that accept eCash. Geolocation and bill payment make life a whole lot easier.
looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
All right, and we are back with Benny's, and we have our good friends, no strangers, to the show, none other than Leo Rosado, who's the marketing representative at Benny's, and Brandon Bennett, also a marketing representative at Benny's, and they're here to talk to us about their different promotions for Father's Day. I understand there's a theme for this year. What's it?
Popping deals for dad.
Popping deals, like pops?
Pops, yep.
Yeah, all right. Popping deals for that. So let's talk about it, Leo. What's the idea for this year? What's the plans to gift the dads and make them feel special? I know if nobody else have the dads back on Father's Day, Benny's always got your back.
Definitely. So with popping deals, what it is, it's a promotion that happens the entire month of June.
Okay.
Meaning from June 1st to the end of June, you have the opportunity to get items for your dad or your husband or grandfather, you know, that male figure, or female figure as well.
Yeah.
You know, women play the roles of men as well. But what you can do is get a discount on selected items. So we have tools, we have car cleaning products, we have a bunch of different items we have hand selected that will make a good gift for Father's Day.
Okay.
So you could get it before Father's Day, or after Father's Day gone, you don't get paid, you got some extra money, you could come to Benny's and still get that discount for those amazing items.
What's the discount?
It could range anywhere from 10% all the way up to 35%.
All right.
That's really good.
So what are some of the items that you guys have selected or identified that would make some amazing gifts? Just for those who might thinking right now, so what can I get?
For starters, we have barbecue grills.
Okay.
We have tools. We have our high-end brands, and then we also have our affordable budget brands as well. We also have the car cleaning kits, which comes with the polishers, comes with the cloths, a little cutty, and a bunch of different shampoos and stuff for your car, air fresheners. There's also grooming. Yes, the grooming stuff. Benny's also has beard trimmers and stuff to groom yourself as well.
And you know, this comes perfect because we were just talking when the show started about what are gifts that you get for dads, you know? Dads always feel like, or the conversation is always that we tend to leave them out or they don't feel as special.
As moms.
So we wanted to use this opportunity to really ask the gentlemen, what would they like? And of course, Benny's, you guys are offering ideas to us. And I love that you even have grooming kits because as you mentioned, there are guys that maybe aren't into the whole mechanical side of things, but they like their physical appearance to be kept.
Correct.
Let's talk about other items that you can purchase or other promotions that you guys have offering.
Well, Bennett, you want to explain?
Well, the big promotion really is this Saturday.
Yeah.
At the Benny's Father's Day Fest. So while Leo did mention, you know, popping deals is going on for the entire month of June. You can get on select items. But I know there are dads out there who might, hey, I want something for Benny's, but I might not want to select items. The thing is for you is for this Saturday, only this Saturday we're having 19% off the entire store.
Wow.
Only for Saturday. What I mean the entire store. Everything. A piece of screw, a piece of nail, AC, appliances like refrigerators, stove, TVs, paints, tiles, everything except for maybe the deli section. You can't get meat pie on discount. But everything in the store will be discounted at 19%. Wow. In addition, to the popping deals that be going on. So some items will be higher than 19%. Correct. So basically, everything you pick up that day in Benny's from dollar up will be discounted.
I mean, that's huge. I don't know why it's not 20%. I mean, why I take away that 1% from the dads? But that's another conversation. I mean, the moms will probably get 20%, but that's another conversation, right? 19%. You mean I could go in the store and I could pick up anything?
Whatever you want. I know it's pretty hot
even
right
in
now.
the yard too?
So the cool thing is that in the yard, we're going to have Benquip as well, offering 19% everything Honda. And when I mean everything Honda motorcycles, Honda power equipment, Honda Marine outboard engines, generators. So if you're in the market for a new cycle or want to buy a new motorcycle, boom, this is your opportunity right here, the dealer waiting for.
I mean, 19% is a lot, Sam.
Yeah.
When you think about, for example, an item that's $100, you taking off $19, almost $20 off that item.
And you get B-Bucks on top of all your purchase. You get B-Bucks on
top of that as well.
Which B-Bucks is a rewards program at Benny's. So the more you shop, the more points you get back.
Yeah.
So, and those points are spendable as Belize dollars as well.
Does the B-Bucks apply to the 19% discount?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I spend with my B-Bucks, I still get
just to get 19%, that's right.
Discount.
So it's an entire day of full deals. And in addition, we'll also be having kayaks as well.
Kayaks?
Kayaks up to 25% off. Furniture will be having more deals outside the yard, and our clearance, our bargain tent. And B-Mart will be at the event as well, giving up to 10 to 50% off on groceries. And the thing is that B-Mart has a wide variety of stuff. I know they got a lot of, they got like new liquor brands and stuff for guys who are into those type of whiskey and type of stuff. All that will be available.
They're also a really great store to purchase healthier options as well. So I really love them for that.
So you have Benny's, you have Benquip, you have B-Mart, all they're giving discounts. Will there? I know that a feature of these events is usually entertainment.
Correct.
What does that look like for this year? Is any of that happening?
Yes. So we scaled back on the entertainment side a bit to focus more on the sales and giving people more things to, you know, make your money go a long way. But we will have DJs working throughout the day, spinning some music. But what we fulfilled the rest of the day with is our Benny's 100, which is our version of the Soapbox Derby. So families get to buy a cart kit, take it home and build it together.
A cart kit?
A cart kit.
What's a cart kit?
So it's a cart
like
with wheels, a go-kart, correct. And we sell you the kit and you carry it home, and the idea is that you build it with your family and it's bringing you together. And the day, the 17th, Father's Day Fest, you bring it out and you'll race it against 10 different racers as well. And then we have a track set up.
We have some pictures.
Oh, it's these?
Yes.
Is your pedal?
No, it's we have
so
a
you
ramp.
start from the ramp.
Correct.
I see. I've been seeing this image on social media. I've been seeing this image on social media and I haven't been certain what it is. So this is the
Benny's 100. That's what
Benny's 100.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So how much is the cart kit?
The cart kit is $100, and that buys in your shirts for your entire team, the cart itself, and then for the race day, so we'll give you snacks and drinks and beverages and all that.
This has been done before?
Yes, this is the third year we're doing this.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we did it in Cayo, we did it in Belize City, and now we're doing it in Belize City again.
What's it like? Like, what's the participation? Like, do people buy? And
yes, so
people are pretty excited.
The people from the first year are still participating. So 6 of them from the first time we did it are still in the race. And it really brings the family together, and it's a fun day. We'll also have free bouncy houses the entire day. So, you know, we'll have that. We'll also have food trucks. All your favorite food trucks from around the country will be here. We'll also do a lot of fun games that we created at Benny's that kind of ties in with the whole Benny's experience. So throughout the day, it's a jam-packed filled day of events and entertainment.
And you know what's really great about this day is that, I mean, aside from you guys offering these amazing deals and making the dads feel special, it's a day for families to come out and experience, you know, that family bonding as well, while of course making the dads feel special. It's kind of like their Disneyland, but for dads.
And the thing is,
Benny's
that's a great concept. They should pay you for that.
Guys, after this, I want my check.
But the thing is, earlier I said it. When you asked me like what would be the perfect Father's Day gift, for me it would be to have an event or an activity that I could go to with my family and spend time with the kids and just with the family as a dad, being appreciated as a dad, but to have my family around me and to embrace that moment and to reminisce in that. And this is being offered here at Benny's, and you know, while you're enjoying the activities, you could take wifey or the kids inside and say, you know what, I want to show you something. I've always wanted this, and look, it's 19% right now off. So truly that's amazing.
So we just stocked up on ACs, so.
And it's perfect. Like we were just talking about that yesterday. I don't even think that you guys need to do advertising for ACs. The heat on its own is the advertisement. Everyone is probably considering what they can do to budget something like that in. So
it's 19% on ACs as well?
Yeah, everything. Every single thing.
Everything in the store from Dallo.
What's the restrictions that apply?
The only restriction is you can't pile up discounts, basically. So if something is already on 23% off for popping deals, you can't get an additional 19% off on that.
There you
so
go.
if it already has an assigned discount value, that's a discount value.
Well, it makes sense.
So that's the only small print. Other than that, like
everything goes. Yeah.
Oh man, they would have to try getting for free, man.
So what time does it start? And what time you guys?
So the entire event starts at 8 o'clock. So the gates open at 8 o'clock. So the store, as soon as you get there, you could go shop and get your amazing deals. And then the end of the event is at 2 o'clock. But the store closes at 1. Benquip and all the clearance things and everything outside will remain until 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Do you have it where persons are either waiting outside for you guys to open?
If people want to come early in advance, get what you need to get early and get out, you can come and do that. Some stuff will be going fast as well. So
correct. So make sure you're there in line, right?
Right.
And we have a bunch of tents set up as well. We have chairs and tables so that you could enjoy your food and snacks and everything, and you know, appreciate the day, hang out and have a good time. But get there early. I'd recommend that. Get there early and make sure you get what you wanted first, and then, you know, stay around and hang out, and you could win some amazing prizes as well throughout the day. We give away money, so B-Bucks, that's for one. We're giving away gift packages, also
VIP
tickets to the Hurricanes basketball games.
What is tonight?
Yes,
it's a big game tonight.
One big game is tonight.
And then what we'll do as well, we'll bring out the Hurricanes team the day so you could meet and greet. We'll have posters for them to sign and all that different good stuff.
Yes, because the Benny's Belize Hurricanes, they're a part of you guys as well.
So if you have a favorite Hurricane player, you can come out to the Father's Day Fest, meet a player, take a picture, get a shirt, maybe get the shirt signed.
Correct.
So you're not by chance giving out any Hurricanes ticket right now for tonight's game?
No.
Okay, I just did check.
Big man.
I mean, it's a Father's Day coming up after all, so you have to ask, right?
No, but definitely, gentlemen, you guys are making the dads feel special, and this is what they've been talking about. So for all the persons that want to know what is happening for Father's Day, Benny's is happening for Father's Day, and go out and get their popping deals for your pops. And I mean, we're excited. I think that's something I would like to even attend. Even if you're not a dad, I think it would be just a great event for families in general. So you guys have any last words, anything else that you'd like to mention, what dads should know or what the viewers should know?
Well, we just like everyone to come out. Like we said, even if you're not a father, this is something that is something for everyone. Like you said, it's deals all day, the entire store, outside, inside. If you was eyeing something a while ago from Benny's, man, I want to paint my room, or man, I'm reading a new fan. I really want to cycle, you know, because gas kind of high. This is your chance to come out, get what you need, enjoy the food trucks, enjoy the games. Lots of game and giveaways, pie eating contest too. So you know, if you like pie, get ready for that. So families, come out. It's a really family fun day, and it's gonna be great. Benny's Father's Day Fest. This one you don't want to miss.
And Sam, we actually got some gifts, some T-shirts showing off the Father's Day Fest.
Okay,
it's really nice T-shirts. You show the front,
very
I
nice.
show the back.
Father's Day Fest.
And have all the different brands.
Yeah, that's the race teams for the Benny's 100.
This is the race teams.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so you have all the race teams there
All
for
right.
the Benny's 100.
Well, guys, come on out and get those popping deals for your dads. We appreciate you guys so much for joining us.
Thank
you. And we can't wait to celebrate dads with Benny's. All right.
That's right.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's all about the Carlos Perote Music Camp. Don't go away.
With eCash, bill payment is extremely convenient, and all utility companies accept eCash payments. What's even better? You get to split bills with your roommates, siblings, or whoever you desire. Simply open your eCash app, go to Bill Pay, tap the respective utility company, enter the information, and pay the bill. Then tap the transaction made. Tap Split the Bill. Select Evenly. Send the request to who you are splitting the bill with, and get notified when they pay. Talk about making life easy and avoiding confusion. You can split the bill for restaurants, grocery stores, and for any eCash payment you make. To find your next yummy meal, hair treatment, or chill spot, simply open the app and utilize the geolocation service to see nearby businesses that accept eCash. Geolocation and bill payment make life a whole lot easier.
The Belize Tourism Board presents the Belize International Music and Food Festival Savor the Rhythm Pre-Festival Tour Punta Gorda. The Belize International Music and Food Festival Savor the Rhythm Pre-Festival Tour Punta Gorda goes down Saturday, June 17th from 7 p.m. to midnight at the George Price Welcome Plaza. There's going to be cash prizes and a professional music studio recording session to be awarded. Don't miss out on the after party with the New Edition Band with free entrance all night long. The Belize Tourism Board's Belize International Music and Food Festival 2.0 Savor the Rhythm Pre-Festival Tour Punta Gorda. Don't miss it. Sponsored by Smart, Coca-Cola, Belikin, the Punta Gorda Town Council, DJ Wallet, the Angeles Press Limited, Travelers Liquors.
Well, I can't believe the grill pan is holy grill. Well, no worry about nothing. We got a new one at the Benny's Father's Day Fest.
Oh, that they happen again?
Yes, and this year,
Benny's is giving 19% off store-wide. Yes, 19% off everything.
Why we have for them, bro?
But wait, don't forget, the race is still on.
The Benny's 100 car race, where racers will once again compete to claim the top prize and become the champion.
Anyways, look on the time. If you have this grill, I need to go.
Alright, yeah, bro. New whip?
Push the start.
Alright, big time.
Boy! Boy, Kagali push the start, man.
The Benny's Father's Day Fest, Saturday, June 17th, Benny's Superstore. This one you don't want to miss.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Welcome back. We're having our third and final conversation for the morning, and it's all about the Carlos Perote Music Camp. We are joined by Carlos Perote himself, as well as Alma Perote. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, so let's get things started. We know that you guys are a musical family, but you've decided to create a camp for, I imagine, young persons or anyone interested in music to take part. Let's talk about it.
Well, actually, this camp, I came to Belize 24 years ago, and I noticed that not happened.
Music camps? Yeah.
No, none. So I approached to Niche, and I remember Miss Hielak is the Niche president that time, and give the suggestion for children and adults to have to do something in that spare of time. And she agreed, and we started. We started with the steel band. And after that, they started to incorporate some kind of percussion instruments and things. So after that, drop off, and I continued doing it in Orange Walk, Corozal, San Pedro, Belize City. And what happened, the pandemic come, and we slowed down a little bit, and we started last year over. Is if you notice the summer camp in Belize now is a lot summer camp.
Yeah, for different activities.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that. I think so children, sorry, deserve that and deserve a little bit more. Focus on that kind of art.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that will take us from where we are. Art.
You know, though, Carlos, when we think about music and putting our kids into the arts to learn an instrument, it's always considered an expensive investment because it requires getting an instrument and then paying for classes. Let's talk about why maybe families tend to avoid that part of putting their kids in.
Well, in life, you have to pay a price. You not come here for free. Then pay you a salary for you come and deliver news to people, right? That is something what music teachers and artists are doing too. We are a little bit disappreciated a little, right? But it's the only way we can survive, right? So you say about the investment that parents can do with that camp. No, it's about learn an instrument, you know. It's not only that.
It's not only that.
It's more, too much things that you can gain from a little hand with people that you don't know. You interact with different children. You have a respect and appreciation of art in general. That kind of stuff can change the mind of so many children. I have so many students that are bad boys before. And are they now are good boys that I see with children's wife. Thank bro.
So you're saying that art in itself can teach a child discipline. It can change what was one behavior into another. So it deserves the respect. So let's talk about your daughter then. We know we have Alma here with us, and she is a marimba and steel band instructor. Let's talk about your involvement in music and why you believe that it's so important to be shared with young people as well.
So since I was from a very young age, because of my dad, right, I went to the same primary school that he taught at, and so he involved me in a lot of ways that I could play music. And he didn't. People would think that he forced me to do those things, but actually I wanted to do those for myself because
Sure, you could tell us, you know.
No, I'm serious.
Just kidding.
I'm serious because I'm not an academic person. I really don't like to be sitting down in a classroom and learning. I understand it's good, right? But I just don't like it's boring for me. So every now and then he would call me to go to his classroom and be like, come, let's play a steel pan, let's play the recorder. And I would get so excited. I was like, bye guys, and then I just go and go play, because it's something I enjoy. And I always wanted kids to enjoy the same way that how I enjoy as a young child. So growing up, I still involved myself in music. And when I reached the college, I decided to major in this. And like again, he was the teacher, so I set up myself basically.
I want to know, is the pressure harder when your dad is the music teacher? Does he expect you to pass with flying colors? Are you made an example in the classroom?
Well, technically, it's only me in the classroom sometimes. Because it's
when you practice, you could see the development, you could see the growth. But when you don't practice, then you could see that you're at the same place like last week. In fact, you might have regressed farther back.
Imagine that you not read your stuff and that you will get a guess. Like
you're
you
guessing.
don't know what you will do it. So it's the same. All of those things require discipline, require effort, and a lot of stuff. And special music, I will say it like that. When you are a journalist, you focus on journalism. Different stuff. And music, right? When you go study music, you have to study the music subject plus the general subject. It's a difficult task. You not think that you will only study music. You have to English, math, philosophy, blah 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 blah. Because it's an overall education. So you have to do it. It's a little bit difficult.
So let me ask, then go back to the camp. What are some of the skills being taught here, or some of the programs being offered at this camp?
Okay, I anytime to try to be different than the rest. All right, I anytime look what you are doing. So you do, example, piano, this and that. Okay, I know we'll do that. I give you the opportunity to you develop your camp. So what I do percussions, any type of percussion. Marching band, steel band, marimba, lyras, hand percussion, drum set, African drums, stacking drum. It's several different kinds of percussion. Remember, the percussion family is the more bigger family. Everything what you knock and produce a sound is a percussion. So I can get body percussion with some student, clapping, things like that. That is percussion. So I decided to continue that development in percussion. And also because I have master degree in percussion, so that's what I want to do. That don't mean I can do something else. But we have to have that kind of collaboration in between all of our teachers in Belize. Not be so ego and so I want to pull this because no. If you are doing that good, just continue and you have to support them. So that's what I try to do anytime. You know do that? Okay, I will do it. It no matters if no is the famous one. It's have the opportunity to people choose what they want.
So is this summer camp a part of the summer theater camp?
No. That is niche.
That's separate from. That's separate from what you're doing.
My project is named Omolewa Sign Project.
Okay.
It's a project that I built so many years ago.
Okay.
That incorporates several different musicians to several different places.
Okay.
Also, it's a part of a foundation of. We want to create a foundation named Sir Calvin John. That this foundation will put money there for help another student to go to study music in jazz.
Okay.
So we will start from that. I have the several help of some good guys that don't live in Belize. So then we'll help and contribute to develop that, and maybe every year we can give 2 scholarship or 1 scholarship to a good music person, talented, that want to grow. And that's what we try to do. So and this camp no have nothing to do with niche.
Okay, so it's percussions mainly.
Yeah.
So mainly percussion. So what are some of the instruments there that we're looking at?
Like he said, there's the marimba, there's the lilers, there's the steel pan, of course, marching band, and hand percussion, African percussion, and drum set, and also Cuban percussion instruments.
Is there a age limit that we're looking at for the camp?
Well, we have 3 different classes.
Okay.
One is the beginner for children about 4 years old to 7. That is the best.
Is it?
Of course.
Yeah.
One, because children absorb like a sponge. If you give them from the beginning each, then it start to change the mind, little bit by little bit. But you have to give them. So we have that, and especially we do lyras. Lyra is a small kind of xylophone. It's metal.
Okay.
That you have a hard sound, but also children have to very focus in that, because you have to find the note in that, right? So for the small kids, we do that. Lyras and Ali hand percussion to develop rhythm and also body percussion.
So that's one category.
Yeah.
4 to 7.
More or less.
And what else?
Now, 8 to 11, so we go a little bit more harder with them. We do more hand percussion, drum set, a steel band, marching drum, and things like that. And adults, or from 12 to whatever.
To whatever.
Yeah, old man. We do everything, specifically marimba.
Okay.
We have 2 marimbas.
So when you decide to be a part of the music camp, do you have to choose an instrument that you want to learn to play, or do you get an opportunity to try out everything?
All right, this is one of the stuff. When you go to my room, you get blind sometimes because too much things.
Too much instruments.
So that's why I give them a lead time.
Yeah.
That's why we set stuff for a start.
Okay.
And after the camp proceed, you see the ability and you see the interest of them to do this one or that one or that. And right there we kick hard to them for try to get something from that.
So basically this camp is an opportunity for them to feel out different instruments, and after that they can know what exactly they want to specialize in, if that's the case.
In a way, how like in the past years that we done summer camp, we put the instruments, all different type, hand percussion, drum set, everything in like a little circle, and we will teach them a rhythm at first in that circle, and then like about 5 minutes after everyone is learning it, we'll be like switch to a different instrument or go to the right or go to the left, so that everyone can have a feel of each individual instrument that is there. So that's a way that they can know which one they prefer to play.
So where will you host the camp, and when does it begin?
Okay, beginning the June the 3rd, July the 3rd.
Yeah.
And for 3 weeks. Each section is 1 hour and a half. And we will locate it at Grace Primary School. The studio of our department, music department, is at front of Grace Primary.
Okay.
It's a good environment place, very colorful, lot of arts and things, and children will enjoy it there.
Okay. And the price of the camp?
It's $150 for the 3 weeks.
$150 for the 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is there, I don't know, perhaps it's a out there question, but is there a guarantee like that when you leave the camp, and I would imagine it has a lot to do with the individual as well, but when you leave the camp, you'll leave with some skills, or better off than you came in, or you'll be able to join a band?
Well, I know how to play the instrument, essentially, is what Paul is
you go too fast in order to play in a band.
Will I be
remember something very important here. Appreciation and education is the most important stuff. What I say in the beginning, maybe you will come to a musician, but you will have the appreciation to say, oh, that little boy what then play there, that boy play good. Yeah. Maybe I not play good, but you in that atmosphere that you start to realize how is important education, music education.
Yeah.
Is very important, and we have to start it from the primary school.
Yeah, I think it's a case of you either decide you want to be a part of it, you appreciate it, or you respect it.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, even if we're not artists or musicians, we still love music. So having an understanding of what our favorite artists go through to develop these sounds that we love, I think that's where the respect comes from.
Exactly.
But I want to take things back a little bit, Carlos, and ask you, about your passion of music. You came from Cuba, where music is big there as well, and you decided to come to Belize and impart your knowledge and your appreciation for music in Cuba and share that with Belizeans here. Let's talk about that.
Well, I never will compare Belize with Cuba. Definitely. It's two different stuff. Two different culture, two different view, two different history. And I never do that, definitely. But I have so many friends that studied with me in the University of Havana, art, that then anytime ask me, what you do there? Come here. Everybody want to go to America. I said, go to America. For what? How many people live in America? How many great composer, musician? A lot. So I come here and say, why, here is a big gap to you can fulfill and help to develop. So I tell my wife, I find my wife, I have kids, children, I say, I don't know where I will try to do
Your wife is Belizean?
Yeah.
You drink the Belizean water?
Yeah. And she drink the Cuban rum.
Yeah. The mojito.
Yeah, So I say, make I do it.
Yeah.
It's difficult, honestly, as an immigrant, because I am an immigrant. It no matter how much I have my passport from 24 years. I am Belizean, but I am still an immigrant. And things are difficult for an immigrant. It's difficult.
And it's different as well.
Exactly. All right? So the way you approach things, that I honestly, I am a very aggressive person. And I'm not a person that used to beg. I do my own thing and go and I broke the wall. Because I know the importance of we put the effort for people learn art.
So let's talk a bit about your perspective on the development of art in Belize. You're saying it's been difficult, and I'm talking particularly about musicians, and I don't mean the musicians that would, I don't know, go in studio and rap and produce a beat, and I'm talking.
I understand where you come from. Why it is my opinion that education, I will say very close, education is the most important thing. You can have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 music studios.
Yeah.
Why not? For what?
And we're doing that right now.
For
we
what?
just launched a music studio.
Yes,
in
I understand that, and I very appreciated the effort. But for what? If you don't have education, music education, in self, people go to take knowledge. How you will prove those music recorded what you want to do? So I will give you an example.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. Belize are coming as a nation with no identity. That is my opinion in terms of music.
Okay.
Everything is Jamaican, washing our body. We have good paranda, we have good this, we got this. Let's go mix it up. I no say no do rap and thing, but do a rap with a lead, garifona drum, and then garifona. I don't have no problem with that. This is beautiful. This is identity.
So you're saying that we don't take advantage of our diversity and culture?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
And that is why I can compare my country with this country.
Yeah, it's because
we are 80% Cuban and 20% the rest of the stuff. And my country then have reggaeton, dance, all of those things, But this reggaeton and this thing, you will hear the root of the Cuban music inside. That's what I talk about.
Okay.
I don't say it, not do it, because sometimes I go to the park Saturday. where they have some festival thing, I have to leave.
Did you?
Because it's too much sienting. Me no believe in that. I believe in shoes. You do this, you do that. The next one do different thing, and that variety, and you will say, wow, the talent is there. Wow. But when you come to me and rap, that's all, rap, that's all, rap, that's all. And some of them write, honestly, very good lyrics. Some of those guys, I don't know where they find it. But man, I say, what? Impressive. But these are poor music. Poor.
It's the same sound.
Poor.
How does education help us to embrace our musical identity?
Example, how them do those stuff? Then get in the internet, get an example of a beat. You're not creating nothing. You get it. Put it there, sing in the back of that, the technician fix it for you, you are an artist.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. It take me years for do things like, and not only me, several others, musicians that put a lot of effort for do it. It's about compose, arrange, instrumentation, harmony, preparation of your voice. A lot of stuff that you can learn with education. Right? So, and you don't have to do it sometimes, no, but you have to go to school. No. That's why the internet did it.
Yeah.
So many courses that you can sit down and leave it in your coach and your home and listen. Oh, I can vocalize and can this, and can do this and that. And you will increase yourself as an artist.
So I want to go back to Alma then. Alma, just to ask, do you have an experience? Yeah, do you have an experience with how music has and education has helped you to embrace different sounds and the harmonies and what does music truly mean to you?
So before I went to college, right, I had a little sense of reading and how to notate music a little bit, but didn't have the full. And yes, he taught me when I was a child, but I was a child at first, so he really didn't teach me a lot of how to read music or what's not. It was just more of how to get the rhythm and so on. So when I went to college, my eyes was just wide open because when he first taught us with basic musicianship, which is the first thing that you have to learn in college, I was like, wow, I didn't know this, but now I do. So when I implement that and when I'm practicing, I was like, oh, so that's a 7th chord, or that's a minor third. Like I now get it, and I realized how important having that education and putting it into when I'm practicing. So education with music is very important because like example, if someone is majoring in business, or they're studying this, but they will forget. Because I have many business friends that said, oh, I don't remember anything from what my business teacher taught me, right? And they have to implement that in when they want to be an accountant. It's the same thing with music, but this time we have no choice. We have to remember that what we are taught in the classes, because we have to implement that in what we play in our instrument. And I really love doing that because it's fun and it's a way that I can experiment on different things.
And I think it's so valuable, and we'll wrap up the conversation because we're running out of time. But I think it's so valuable what you guys are saying, because like you said, we have a lot of instruments, we have beautiful songs in Belize, and it's only somebody with the education and the knowledge and how to build those songs, how to experiment with those songs, how to put those songs together in a way that sounds lovely, that could be able to do something like that. And it comes with the education, like what you're getting, the education, like what you're giving. But a musician that may desire to do that, but doesn't have the knowledge, won't be able to, and will have to rely on your knowledge and your skills. And so really, like you said, I understand what you mean by education is the background to preserving the musical culture.
You said something else. The son of Belize.
Yeah.
Tell me which one is the song of Belize right now.
All of them.
Which one?
I don't know.
I don't
Dancehall.
think you could.
Most
Exactly. I want you to tell me Punta.
Or Creole.
Or you will tell me Mr. Mess play the art.
No.
Well, when I think of the sound of Belize, I think of the marimba and the drums from the Garifuna.
It's a collaboration
Yeah.
of stuff.
So
But
it can't
we
just
have
be
to.
just one.
Yes, we can. We have to. That is what I want.
You want it to be
It's a collaboration
an integration
of ethnic.
of all. Mhm.
Remember, we come from Africa. We not come from China. We come from Africa. That's why we have this color. A mixture of Spain, English, but black people.
Yeah.
Where the real thing start? Africa. People tell me about Western music. Oh, Western music. No, we don't like Western music. Okay. But everything is related with Western music. Everything.
Commercialized, yeah.
Western music. The next one, Western music. Because it's a mixture of Afro, indigenous style with the Western music. That's why it's so very important you have a knowledge of that. I not tell you have to play the violin like Vivaldi or like Paganini. But you have to have a little knowledge.
Yeah. Well, Carlos, great conversation. Alma, thank you so much for being here as well. The summer camp, remind us one more time when it takes place, where and how can people get in contact?
So it's on July 3rd to July 21st. It's a 3-week-long summer camp, and it will be right at Grace Primary music departments across the street from the actual school, and it's only $150.
Yeah.
That's the best price that you can get for this summer camp. And to contact us, you can either use his phone number, which is 607-0610 or 623-1691. You can message any of these numbers, and we will send you a application link so you can sign up and
We
choose
have
a
a flyer
time.
too. So
Okay, you could send the flyer so we could get the right flyer, because I don't think that's the correct flyer.
No, none of them.
No, that's not it. None of the flyers you showed were there.
Anyway, but they're promoting that too.
Yeah,
if you want to go there, go there too.
There,
Why not?
Yeah.
You know, I have no
All
problem with that.
Well, thank you all so much, and all the best on your endeavors this summer.
Thank you for
right?
offers.
Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us.
All right, so with that, we'll take a final break, and we'll be right back for a wrap-up. Stay tuned.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart.
It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
I think that 27 dropped tonight, huh? But you think so? Tonight I think that 24.
Now Belize, you have rice and beans, chips and dip, bolido, and son de la tre. Bolido, that is part of our national identity. And as much as most of we may enjoy it here and there, the bottom line is, one company had 100% ownership of it. And nothing wrong with owning a business, you know. But when it comes to we Bolido, you can't own that and be transparent. You can't report on winnings and sales when you feel like. You can't audit the machine when you feel like. And you definitely can't hide the records under your mattress. But no, that Bolido and Sunday Latch will be for we again. We will be able to enjoy the excitement and profits of it. And that's a double win for us.
At NextGen, we want to ensure more efficient and convenient ways for you to reach us. Inquire about your existing service, NextGen bill, customer account, new services, and more. Get in touch with our friendly customer care representative by contacting us through any of our remote channels via our toll-free number 0800-222-5388, our service number 880-4200, or WhatsApp at 662-6365, by email at customercare@centraltv.bz, or send us a direct message through our Facebook or Instagram page. NextGen, delivering the highest quality service and care to all our customers. Thank you for choosing NextGen as your service provider. NextGen, bringing you the ultimate digital experience.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
And we are back. And just like that, we've come to the end of our Thursday morning show. It's been, like you said at the start, great conversations. Of course, we started with our good friends from BTEC.
Yeah.
And that was a very insightful conversation. I think I learned a lot. If I was to reverse time, I would have hoped to have those types of conversations before going into my job interview, so I could see how helpful those conversations, those tips would be for persons entering the field.
Just before we move from here, Paul, I want to ask you, what are your weaknesses?
My weaknesses?
And you're trying to land a job, okay?
Yeah, so I would say that my weakness is that I overexert myself and that I don't always find the time to take a break. Right? And so that's my weakness. I find it hard to lean on others at times.
You know what, Paul?
You're hired.
I'll give you the job.
There you go. I got it.
No, but you know what? I'll tell you this. Working with you, that is very true. You're not lying. That is your weakness.
That's a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a great conversation, and I think young and old can benefit from the information that was provided, as I mentioned, after at least that segment. We all get nervous when we're thinking about job interviews, even the older ones. We're not sure what type of questions they're going to ask. So obviously preparation is key when something like that is involved. But I thought that was a great conversation too. And then of course we transition into Benny's and the popping deals that they have for dads. So definitely Benny's is the place to be if you're looking for great deals, up to 19% in everything in the store you can get from Benny's.
That's on Saturday.
That's on Saturday. But they also have many activities that you can take part in, including the Father's Day Fest, where it's a cart race. Paul, that sounds really cool.
There's
I would love to witness something like that.
Contests, there's giveaways, money giveaways too.
Yeah, B-Bucks. Yep.
Yeah, so.
And of course, I mean, aside from the Benny's store itself, you can also get 19% off at their store. They have like a grocery store, B-Mart as well. Yeah. So definitely take advantage of the deals that Benny's have. But then we close things off with music and music education from Carlos Perote. He's having a music camp that you can take part in, as young as 4 years old and as old as whatever age you are, you know. Of course, that's taking place this summer in July, and it's 3 weeks, and it's only $150. Wow. That's a great opportunity,
It is
Paul.
for 3 weeks?
For 3 weeks, almost a month, and it's only $150.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're interested in learning an instrument, we don't promise that you'll know how to play an instrument perfectly after, but I think overall you'll have an appreciation for music, for art. You'll respect musicians more, and you'll learn if you fit into that space or not, at least for the percussion part of it. But I definitely enjoyed all of the conversations, and as we mentioned, definitely tune in tomorrow because we have a Father's Day special, and we're not going to be here.
We're going to be offsite.
We're going to be outside. Yeah, so definitely tune in tomorrow. We're going to have something special for dads, and just like we did for moms, we want to make dads feel special too. We don't have any birthday shout outs, but if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to ya. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you have a great day. But if you have any questions or concerns, you can send us an email at oie@channel5belize.com. You can also check out our Facebook page at Open Your Eyes BZ and Instagram for behind-the-scenes content at OYE Belize. But please, tune in again tomorrow as you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
Have a great Thursday.
Peace.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country,